Hi.
Right. It's your choice, I think.
Consonant, please, Carol.
Right, that's a B.
Vowel. Another consonant, please, Carol.
That's an L.
Countdown is, I suppose, one of those things a bit like, rich tea or Lincoln biscuits, that you go away, as it were, from that sort of area of life for about 10 years, and then you come back and you find out they still exist. You think, surely they went. That must have gone out of business years ago.
And off we go.
I do remember a friend of mine, the American novelist Jay McInerney, who wrote Bright Lights, Big City, the kind of ultimate 80s Coke novel, who's quite a hip guy, as you can imagine, therefore. And he was staying with me in my house in London, and he came in one afternoon to find me watching Countdown, and he stood and stared at the television for about 10 minutes. And so, okay, so what's... Seriously, what's... No, this is like a gag thing? And I said, no, this is a program, it's on every day. He said, you're shitting me. I said, no. He said, Jesus. But then he sat down, and then he started joining in. He said, needles. Can you get needles out of that? No, damn, there's only two E's. Okay, hang on. Dense. Dense. Is there a word lensed? You know, and suddenly he was playing. It was fantastic. And I said, you see?
Right. So, Simon, how did you get on?
Just 4, I'm afraid.
4? Just 4?
There's no excuse. It is an indulgence. It is really, it's a bit like Georgette Hare. In theory, you could be excused if you'd broken your leg, and it had to be in plaster and in traction for about a month. And then you could have the television at the end of your bed, and you could have calf's foot jelly and chocolates and all the strange things to eat, and you could have a Georgette Hare novel by your bed, and you could have Countdown at the end of the bed, and no one would think it was that odd. But when you're actually supposedly grown up, it's a bit bad to do it.